This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Irvin. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Hawkeyes offense is on the field for the first time today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Jones to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game, because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounces not go their way. They've had some guys get injured. And now is the time in this game right here that you can turn it around by getting a win.
And it's hard. Obviously, such a difficult conference. The Big Ten, you got to bring your A game so many times or else you do get beat. You've had some setbacks. Now, how are we going to finish? Now, we've talked about this season. We've talked about what we want to do, and we might not be living up to expectations, but we can control finishing strong.
Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Hawkeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Trying play action. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
No surprise, this offense has their foot on the pedal, trying to take advantage of a defense that struggled in their last game. Obviously, they lost that one, but nice play early, swatting that ball away. That should help this defense's confidence.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert third and long to keep it going. He works his way inside the 40. Stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down from the 38. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. The Huskies offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case,
it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
and that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Jones wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So
it's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Puts it out of the air.
nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Running it to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw.
Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
It'll be 3rd and long. The lone back's got it. Shakes off the defender. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive. But now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Looking to the big tight end. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try the run. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off play action. Looking left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
No doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Might as well give it to him again. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away, and they were able to do that there.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up the first down, still moving. Wide open spaces. Inside the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Washington.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Syracuse had an impressive showing at home, and I know the fans inside the dome are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. To the ground. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Got room on the return. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. Motion from the wide receiver. Snagged out of the air. He breaks a tackle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Gonna look downfield again. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this 1st half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Hawkeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there. And he's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
And That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
Number 96, on to punt it away.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. On his way from around the 50. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you?
The Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Makes the grab. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Using the quick game. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they? For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Unloads it left. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decision, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Huskies. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They kick it away on 4th down. And they'll down this punt just inside the 40-yard line. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wide receiver comes in motion. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Now the play fake. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there.
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This drive will They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Off play action on first down. Makes the catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The play action fake. Lets it fly. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Husky. And the stomping has commenced.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The give to the back. Turning it on. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Leaves it with the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Jones wants to throw it. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Touchdown, Washington! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by the...
Gonna take a shot. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Backed up now, here's second and long.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Throws for the tight end.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Complete on 3rd down. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Fighting off the defender. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Hawkeyes can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll give it to the back. Breaks the tackle.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal blocking back.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Kendricks.
And it's nice to be an offense coordinator and go, all right, run it. Like, run it again. Run it again. 5 straight runs, moving the sticks, all easy, high percentage runs, keeping the ball on the ground. They must think they have a physical advantage up front.
Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.